Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Expanded Universe, now dubbed by Legend, now dubbed by Disney Legends, because it's non-canon, though all of us, anyone that's watching this video, probably would think it's reversed. This is the main universe, the main storyline, and if they do like Disney Star Wars, they're going to say it's an alternative timeline, or they don't like it like I do, and they're just going to say it doesn't exist, and this is the true canon. I don't mind having different timelines. Other stuff has done that, but today, we're in the next sequel in the Rogue Squadron series, the second book by Michael Stackpole, called Wedges Gamble, which this series is progressively becoming one of my favorite series of Star Wars of all time. Definitely better than a sequel trilogy, and it might even be getting past, well, I mean, it's kind of unfair because there's more books, but this might start becoming above the Han Solo prequel trilogy, depending on how the rest of these books hold up in my brain. But as of right now, they are getting there. They're not there yet, but they're almost there. They might end up being really close to Darth Bane and Darth Plagueis, because this has been consistently good. So, first note, Leia. It really is, what do you call it? A staple of this book, I guess, that we truly just have brand new characters that are the focus of these stories, and it's move, you're in the way. Not relying on previous, we're not relying on the movie characters to make these books work. We have entirely new characters. We've had characters in the first book that have already died. We have characters that we meet in this book who will die, and it's just amazing that you can have such, because really the only movie character that is a progressive character throughout all these books is Wedge, and I don't even think he got a line of dialogue, or okay, that's not true. He barely had anything to do in the actual movies. He was a face that helped from time to time, but you never got to know much about him. So here we do. But Corn Horn is a brand new character created by these books, or I don't know if they were created by these books. I don't know which came first, Jedi Academy or this, so I'm not gonna, like I said, first time going through. Don't really know the stuff behind the publication and stuff. I'm just going through it chronologically. But you have Cornhorn, where if you're going in chronological order, this is the first time you've met him. So, brand new character. He's obviously safe. He's only obviously safe because I know that he's in future stories. If I didn't know that, I wouldn't say that. But the point is, we just have brand new characters that have nothing to do with the movies, and it's cool that we can be so invested in them, because I am really invested. Like, Corn Horn has become one of my favorite characters, along with Wedge. Wedge is amazing. But yeah, so we get Leia in there for a second, which is cool. I mean, it makes sense. It's the New Republic. She's doing stuff that's really important in helping that, because she's the whole political. She's like her mother, like Padme. She's got to get all that organized. So it was nice to see her for a second. They really are just like cameos in these stories, though. Though I think there's a book called Solo Command, where he very much has a bigger role in that. But I haven't read that yet, so we will get to that. And Kitty, you will wait, you piece of garbage. Sit there and wait. Sorry, my cat is fun. One of my other notes was the propaganda on Coruscant. You see a lot of propaganda of the Jedi and how they were actually evil and stuff. Where I find it fascinating that that's there, because of the lengths that Palpatine would go to make the Empire seem good. And there are a lot of people in the expanded universe that actually see the Empire as like a good thing. Even Boba Fett, for example, he's like, well, they keep order, so that's good. And then you have like the Hand of Judgment. Now, they don't like everything that the Empire is doing, but they agree with it in principle. So you have that, which is interesting. But yeah, I just found it interesting, the propaganda that was being, it's kind of like the Nazis and Jews and stuff. So I like that parallel. Next note, Lore, or whatever his name is, I forget, but he used to be a friend, I think, of Cornhorn or whatever, but he let the guy who killed his dad go. So that's the reason why he doesn't like him. So the big evil plot in this one, in the background, is that Yazin Isgard, or however you say her name, she wants to put this virus into the water supply of Coruscant, because she actually wants to let them have Coruscant, if only so that way they can put the virus, because the whole thing is the back to tank, which in episode 5, Luke was in it for a second to heal from his wounds. But it's a whole plot point in this where it's a miracle drug. It can heal pretty much anything, but with this drug, it can fix it, but like it gets expensive because you need lots and lots and lots of it. So her whole plan, which again I have to say, she is, for someone who's quite in the background, she is a phenomenal villain. Now, Thrawn's supposed to be really smart, so I'm interested to see how that's going to be, because she seems really intelligent and really smart. So that must mean that Thrawn's like a million times that, because she's getting stuff done in this book. But yeah, she wants to basically let them have Coruscant, so that way the aliens on Coruscant can, because I guess it affects aliens more than it affects humans or whatever. And I think there's more humans in the Rebel Alliance than there is aliens. I might be wrong about that, but I think the whole idea that they're talking about in this book is if, everyone's getting sick and they heal a bunch of humans and not aliens, and the aliens will start to think that the New Republic is just as bad as the Empire, and then, it will cause issues. I love the whole political stuff about this too. It's one thing I love about the prequels, which everyone says is boring, which I never found it boring. I actually think it's actually more intriguing now, but of course, if you heard that, I apologize, my phone. But what I like about the expanded universe is, for the prequel era, you have a lot more politics in there. Like, Darth Plagueis is like a perfect example of like Star Wars, Game of Thrones. Like, there is so much politics, but it's not like boring. It's interesting and dynamic, and it makes the movies a lot better too. And I really like that. So I like that they're delving a little bit more into the politics in this series. I just have a little note that says Admiral Akbar said something about Iron Fist, which is one of the novel titles, so I'm wondering if that will be brought up again. I just made a note. The sold out scene on Coruscant was fun. The whole action scene where they find out they were sold out was it was really fun. That's all I really had to say. And then spoilers, if you don't want spoilers, don't listen anymore. But Tycho betrayed them, and but then they finally have the big final battle for Coruscant, and they win. And they win, even though it was not that difficult. And they even acknowledge it, like, right away. Like, everyone's, like, in the back of their mind are like, but how come it was so easy? This should have been a lot more difficult. This is Coruscant, the capital city of the Empire. And we took it over pretty easily. So, they're onto that really quickly, which I thought was cool. And one of my last note, because I was too invested, so I forget to take notes. But my last note was because it was at the very end of the book. Cornhorn, or however you say his name, he's been captured. And you have him, and I feel like Cornhorn might get along with Han Solo a lot, because he's cracking jokes at her, while he's in there, and she's like, I'm surprised you can still make jokes, and she freaking slaps him and stuff. And I was like, oh man. And then I don't know if there's gonna be some like mind control aspect, because she says she's gonna like make him say whatever she wants or think whatever he wants by the next. I should have wrote down the quote, but she said something, paraphrasing, like about how you will be the instrument for the Emperor's revenge or whatever like that. And I was like, oh man, she's such a good villain. I love her a lot, and sucks that we didn't get to have any villains like that, like Thrawn or her. I would even a villain like her in the sequels, because she was really cool. Here's an example. Perfectly strong, efficient female character, and it doesn't feel forced. And she's actually intimidating. Like, she gives me the chills. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't write too much. I know this is still kind of all over the place, even though I wrote notes, but for the good it did. But I love this series. I'm loving it so far. We still got a bunch more to go. And up next is the Krytos Trap or something like that, and then Back to War. So I'm looking forward to going through that. Xwing Rogue Squadron is so good, and I hope it just continues to be good, because Michael Stackpole really knows how to write characters and dialogue. Like, this is just, it has been a fantastic read. I'm loving every minute of it. I'm loving these characters, and they're not even the big three. They're not Han, Leia, or Luke, and yet I'm still invested, and it's really great. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see Cornhorn go from a normal Rogue Squadron soldier to a Jedi Knight in the future. So, well, first Padawan, of course, but it's going to be interesting to see where this all goes down in the Star Wars universe. So thank you all for sticking with me through this. Stick around if you want to see me go through the rest of Rogue Squadron, because this is my first time going through it. There's stuff I know about the expanded universe because of looking into it after being disappointed with the sequels. Like, I know big stuff that I'm gonna say when I get to it, that I already know it before I spoil it, and I'll warn you before I spoil it, so that way you can leave if you haven't read it, because hopefully, by golly, if you don't know the stuff that I know, I don't want you to know about it, because I feel like it will ruin some things. Like, there's stuff that I think I probably would have cried later on, but now that I know about it, I probably won't. So let's just say, like, down the line with, like, New Jedi Order and stuff, there's stuff that I know that will happen, unfortunately, that I wish I didn't know. But it's okay. Anyway, I'm just loving it so much. I love Star Wars, and I've been loving going through this, and I'm finally post Return of the Jedi, so now everything's just new to me. Like, I've never even really looked in that much into the Rogue Squadron series. I just know about the characters and stuff that are in it. So anyway, that'll be it for this one. Enjoy this video, give a thumbs up. Sharing helps out a ton. Let more people know about the expanded universe, because really, that's what matters most. I don't care if you watch my stupid face. I don't care if you watch my stupid channel. Some of the stuff you're not going to like, because some of you are probably agnostic and or atheist, and I'm a hardcore Christian, and I sometimes upload stuff about God and stuff, and that might not be your cup of tea, but at the very least, I hope these videos convince you to start spending your money on the expanded universe, or Legends, because it deserves your money. It deserves your time. And if you like Disney Star Wars, great. I think you should still read this stuff and consider it an alternative universe, because it's good. These authors deserve your money. They deserve your time. They deserve your attention, because these books are so good. Like, this alone, like, if nothing else, after you watch Return of the Jedi, get all of Xwing. Oh, I can't say that yet because I haven't read all of it. But so far, I'm enjoying it, and I'll recommend whether you should get it or not by the end of it. But I mean, I think it's worth your money for sure. But yeah, sorry, I'm so giddy. I'm just having such a good time. Anyway, that'll be it for this one. I'll catch you next time.